Welcome back to Mythstory and Legends, where we delve into the ancient tales that have shaped our world. Today, we journey into the Labyrinth to uncover the dark and thrilling story of the Minotaur, a tale of defiance, punishment, and heroism. Our story begins on the sun-drenched island of Crete, a land of ancient mysteries and powerful rulers. At its heart was King Minos, a monarch both revered and feared. Minos' reign was marked by prosperity and grandeur, but also by a fateful decision that would unleash a monstrous terror upon his kingdom. It all started with a prayer to Poseidon, the god of the sea, for a symbol of divine favor. Minos stood on the shore, his voice carrying over the waves as he implored Poseidon to send a magnificent bull for sacrifice. The god of the sea, hearing Minos' plea, decided to grant his request. From the churning depths of the ocean, a creature emerged, a majestic white bull, its coat gleaming in the sunlight, muscles rippling with divine power. This was no ordinary bull, but a beast of such beauty and strength that it captivated all who beheld it. Yet Minos, awed by the bull's splendor, made a fateful decision. Instead of sacrificing the bull as a tribute to Poseidon, he chose to keep it for himself, offering a lesser bull in its place. This act of hubris did not go unnoticed. Poseidon, angered by Minos' defiance, plotted a revenge that would haunt the king and his kingdom. In his wrath, Poseidon cast a curse upon Pasiphaë, the wife of King Minos. She was a queen of beauty and wisdom, but now she was afflicted with a deep, uncontrollable desire for the white bull. Her days were consumed by this unnatural longing, and in her desperation, she turned to Daedalus, the renowned craftsman and inventor. Daedalus, whose genius was matched only by his ambition, devised a plan. He constructed a lifelike wooden cow, hollow inside, covered in the hide of a real cow to deceive the bull. Pasiphaë climbed inside this contraption, and as night fell, the bull was drawn to it. From this unnatural union, a creature unlike any other was born, the Minotaur. The Minotaur, with the body of a man and the head of a bull, was a living embodiment of Poseidon's curse. It possessed immense strength and an insatiable hunger for human flesh. The sight of this monstrous offspring filled King Minos with horror and dread. Unable to kill it, he sought a way to contain the beast, to hide the shame and terror it represented. King Minos turned once more to Daedalus, commanding him to create a prison from which there could be no escape. And so, Daedalus designed the labyrinth, a vast, intricate maze of winding corridors and dead ends, stretching deep beneath the palace of Knossos. This was to be the Minotaur's prison, a place where it could roam freely without ever finding a way out. Deep within this maze of stone, the Minotaur lived, its roars echoing through the labyrinth's twisted passages. It became a creature of myth and nightmare, a symbol of Minos' defiance and Poseidon's wrath. The king's solution to his problem, however, brought suffering to others. As part of a peace treaty with Athens, Minos demanded a grim tribute. Every 9 years, 7 young men and 7 young women were sent from Athens to Crete, to be cast into the labyrinth as a sacrifice to the Minotaur. These youths, chosen by lot, faced a fate more terrible than death. Once inside the labyrinth, they wandered its dark, twisting passages, haunted by the sound of the Minotaur's footsteps and the knowledge that they were being hunted. The labyrinth became a place of despair, where hope faded with each step, and the only certainty was that the Minotaur would find them. Among those chosen for the grim tribute was Theseus, the Prince of Athens. Unlike the others, Theseus did not resign himself to his fate. He was a hero, known for his strength and bravery, and he vowed to end the terror of the Minotaur. As the ship carrying the tribute sailed towards Crete, Theseus devised a plan to defeat the beast. Upon arriving in Crete, Theseus caught the eye of Ariadne, the daughter of King Minos. Ariadne was captivated by the young hero's courage and determination. Knowing the labyrinth's deadly secrets, she decided to help him. On the eve of his descent into the maze, she gave Theseus a ball of thread and instructed him to tie one end to the entrance and unravel it as he ventured deeper. This would be his lifeline, ensuring he could find his way back. Armed with the thread and his unwavering resolve, Theseus entered the labyrinth. The entrance was a foreboding archway, its shadow stretching like a gaping maw ready to swallow him whole. The air grew cooler as he stepped inside, the light from the outside world fading behind him. Each step echoed through the silent corridors, a reminder of the labyrinth's vast, unending complexity. Theseus tied the end of the thread to the entrance and began to unspool it as he moved forward, creating a fragile path back to the surface. The deeper Theseus went, the more the labyrinth seemed to come alive, its walls shifting and twisting in a maddening dance. The passageways were narrow and claustrophobic, the air thick with a scent of damp stone and fear. The labyrinth was a masterpiece of Daedalus's ingenuity, a place designed to disorient and trap its victims. Theseus's senses were heightened, every nerve on edge as he followed the thread deeper into the heart of the maze. The walls were lined with ancient carvings and strange symbols, remnants of the craftsman's work, each marking a testament to the labyrinth's complexity. Theseus passed through numerous dead ends and false passages, the thread his only guide in the darkness. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the distant, ominous roars of the Minotaur echoing through the stone corridors. Theseus's journey through the labyrinth was a test of endurance and wit. Each turn brought him face to face with the labyrinth's cruel design, dead ends that led nowhere, corridors that looped back on themselves, and intersections that seemed identical. The labyrinth was a living entity, a maze that breathed and shifted, its passages changing with every step. As he navigated the labyrinth, Theseus encountered signs of those who had come before him. Scratches on the walls, remnants of clothing, and the occasional skeletal remains were grim reminders of the tributes who had perished in this dark place. Theseus's heart pounded with a mix of fear and determination. He was not just fighting for his life, but for the lives of future tributes and for the honor of Athens. The darkness was pervasive, an almost tangible force pressing in on him. His only source of light was a small, flickering torch, casting eerie shadows on the walls. The labyrinth seemed to mock him at every turn, its silence filled with the whispers of lost souls. Yet, Theseus pressed on, driven by the promise he had made to end the Minotaur's reign of terror. As Theseus ventured deeper, the roars of the Minotaur grew louder, a chilling reminder of the beast that awaited him. The air grew thicker, the scent of the Minotaur a mix of beastly musk and blood permeating the passages. The maze seemed to tighten around him, the walls closing in as if trying to trap him forever. Then, the labyrinth opened up into a larger chamber, the heart of the maze. The air was heavy with anticipation and dread. Theseus knew he was close. He could feel the Minotaur's presence, a palpable force that made the hairs on his neck stand on end. The beast was near, its heavy breathing echoing through the chamber, mingling with the sound of Theseus's own heartbeat. The chamber was vast and dimly lit, the flickering torchlight revealing the imposing figure of the Minotaur. The creature stood in the center, its massive frame towering over the labyrinth's confines. Its bull-like head turned towards Theseus, nostrils flaring, eyes glowing with a malevolent intelligence. This was the moment Theseus had been preparing for, the final confrontation with the monster that had haunted the dreams of Athens for years. The Minotaur roared, a deafening sound that reverberated through the labyrinth. It charged at Theseus, its powerful hooves striking the stone floor with a thunderous impact. Theseus, agile and focused, dodged the initial attack, feeling the rush of wind as the Minotaur's horns missed him by inches. The battle was fierce and brutal, a clash of strength and will. The Minotaur, with its immense power and rage, was a formidable opponent. It struck with savage ferocity, each blow intended to crush and maim. Theseus, however, was not just a warrior, but a strategist. He used the labyrinth's narrow confines to his advantage, maneuvering the beast into tight corners where its size became a disadvantage. Theseus's sword flashed in the dim light, striking at the Minotaur's flanks and limbs. The beast roared in pain and fury, its blood splattering the stone walls. The fight seemed to last an eternity, the chamber echoing with the sounds of their struggle. Theseus, despite his exhaustion, pressed on, driven by the knowledge that failure meant death, not just for him, but for countless others. In a final, desperate move, Theseus waited for the Minotaur to charge again. As the beast lunged, Theseus sidestepped and thrust his sword deep into its heart. The Minotaur let out a final, agonized roar before collapsing, its massive body hitting the ground with a resounding thud. The monster was dead, its reign of terror finally over. With the Minotaur defeated, Theseus retraced his steps, following the thread back through the labyrinth's twisting passages. His heart pounded with a mix of relief and triumph as he emerged from the darkness, the other tributes following close behind. The nightmare was over. The youths of Athens were free. Ariadne awaited him at the entrance, her eyes filled with hope and gratitude. Together, they fled Crete, sailing away from the island that had been the source of so much suffering. Theseus had not only saved the tributes, but had also won the heart of Ariadne, who left her home to be with the hero she had helped. As the ship sailed towards Athens, Theseus looked back at the receding island of Crete, knowing that he had changed the course of history. The tale of the Minotaur would live on, a story of defiance, punishment, and heroism, echoing through the ages. And so, the legend of the Minotaur came to an end, a tale of hubris, divine retribution, and heroic bravery that has been told and retold for centuries. Join us next time on Mythstory and Legends as we uncover more myths and legends that shape our world. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest stories. Until next time, may the myths and legends guide your way.